that means it must be Friday. So today I have a fun craft for us to do. It actually kind of matches my book cover, and we're going to be making a galaxy in a jar. I think it kind of looks like it, don't you think? Kind of matchy-matchy. So since we were talking about space this week, I thought that it would be fun to make a galaxy in a jar. And let's go ahead and get started with what you need. I'll put my book over there so it doesn't get wet. Super easy to do. You might have seen this on YouTube. Maybe you've played with it at home, but this is what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to use a small jar due to time constraints. You can go ahead and use, you can use a larger jar if you want to. These are just pasta jars that I washed up. They're nice and clean. You need to make sure that they're nice and clean before you start using them. So whatever kind of jar you want, you're also going to need some water, some plastic cups, or any kind of cup that you want to mix your paint up in. I'm using just craft paint today. If you want, you can put some pretty sequins in there, some glitter is necessary also, some paper towels, something to stir your paint with, and some cotton balls. The colors that you're going to use are kind of a turquoise color. So it's this color right here. And these are just simple craft paints that I had left over. And you probably have them around too. If you don't, you can just go ahead and look at a color wheel online, and you can mix white with blue until you get the colors that you want. White with blue and yellow to get the colors that you want. Just play with it. And it's a fun way to experiment with colors too. I also have a darker blue. I have some red and white, so I can make some pink. And then I also have purple. If you want purple and you don't have purple, you just mix the red and the blue together. And your grown-up, I'm sure, will be able to help you with that. And I also have some food coloring, because I thought it'd be fun to dip some of my cotton balls in these colors and put those in the jar as well for more intense color. I think that's it. You ready to play? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is open up your clean jar, and you are going to get some cotton balls, or cotton puffs, whatever you like to call them, cosmetic puffs. I don't even know what they're actually called. What are they called? Cotton balls. Yep, multi-purpose cotton balls. And you do need quite a few of these. And if you don't have these, you can also use some tissue paper. That would work too. It's going to give you a different effect, but that would work as well. So you're going to put those in here, and that's going to be your first layer. Now we're going to mix up our colors. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you're going to pour a little bit of water into your cups. And I'm not going to need very much, but I'm pouring extra because I have someone next to me who is also making one. Also, you need something to cover your surface too, because as you know, I am very messy and I get water everywhere every single time I do this, or spillage just of something. All right, so let's start with the teal, because I think that's just a really pretty color. So I'm going to put a little bit of teal in here. Hopefully it's not dry. Give that a good stir. Ooh, is that pretty? That's very pretty. I think that's a good color. You happy with that one? Mm-hmm. And like I said, if you do want a more saturated color, you can go ahead and dip whatever you're using, the cotton, tissue, and into that color before it is mixed with the water to give you a more intense color. I'm gonna wipe this off. And then let's make some pink. So I was looking at my book cover here and see how it has a little bit of pink right in here. So I'm gonna go for that color as well. So in order to make the pink, we're gonna put in some white first. Oh dear, I use a lot of white. Oh my gosh, it went everywhere. Give that a good stir. And to make pink, you're not going to use very much red, just a little bit of red. At least to get the color of pink that I want. Start with a drop, because remember, you can always add more, but you can't remove it, just like with cooking. Ooh, it's getting close. It's very pretty. I think I want it just a little bit more intense though. Just add one more drop. That looks nice. What do you think? Looks like strawberry milk. I don't drink it, but it does makes me want strawberry milk. Okay, let's do some purple. Let me move this over here so you can see. If you're wondering what this is just a straw, one of the reusable straws to my drinking mug. That's what I found to use. Oh, I love that purple. That's very pretty. All right, and what was the last color I said? Oh, blue, dark blue. That's very pretty. I'm gonna put a little bit more in there. Such a nice color. There, so you can see that. That's pretty. Isn't that beautiful? There we go. Okay, so we have our dark blue and our purple, or lavender lilac, our pinky strawberry milk looking color, and also turquoise or teal. All right, so there we go. I'll move this aside and we can start crafting. So it's a little bit of prep work, but it's worth it. So you've already have our cotton puffs in here. Now the next step that you're going to do is put in your glitter. And I have silver glitter. I think that that looks really pretty. You can use whatever color glitter that you like. And you're going to pour a good amount onto your cotton puffs. And these are going to be your stars. There you go. And it's already all over me. And then you are going to pour in whichever color that you want. There really isn't any set way of pouring in the colors. It's just whatever you feel is best. I'm going to go ahead and start with the, I think I'm going to start with the darker color and pour that on. And you'll notice that the cotton, it immediately starts shrinking down because it's absorbing. I don't know if you want that one or not. And I'm going to take my straw and smoosh, smoosh, smoosh it down. And I'm going to use some more cotton. And you can see that you're going to be needing to layer it so it can absorb more of the liquid. Isn't that pretty already? Need some more cotton. Which color would you like?
This thing.
Okay.
The squishy thing.
Some more in here. And this will start absorbing this blue. And the cotton, what it does, it kind of gives you that wispy cloud-like look. Put in some glitter. And I think I'm going to put in some of my turquoise. Kind of make it look like it's gradient a little bit. Bless you.
Sorry. Glitter.
And these, I'm going to start pulling them apart. That way it has more of a wispy look to it. And I'm also going to put some food coloring on these to give more of an intense color. And what I like about this galaxy in a jar is that it's just so customizable. You can just do whatever you like with it. Let's push this up. That in there. Do you have the straw?
I do.
Thank you. Another one in here. Here's a fun fact, since while we're making this, about space. Did you know that a NASA spacesuit, it costs $12 million? That is quite a bit of money. $12 million. And also, another fun fact is up in space, there is no sound. So we wouldn't be hearing that noise right now if we were in space. It'd be completely quiet. And also, one other thing about this, what I think is fascinating, is when you're up there, and say like there is two metals that are floating in space, like maybe this bottle cap and this. If they were floating in space, if they were up in space, they would actually meld together, because up in space there isn't the air and the water that comes between the objects, so they would actually weld together and just become one object. Which is crazy. It's just crazy to me. I need the glitter. All right, I think we are about done with this. So I'm gonna pop a little bit more cotton on here. And once you get finished with this, what you can do is have your grown-up get the glue gun and put the lid on top, seal it around the top with some glue, the hot glue, and that way it will stay nice and sealed without spilling all over the place. Pop a little bit more in there, and add a little bit more glitter on top. Maybe a little bit more of this blue. Oh, that's so pretty. And that is it. And when you're done, after you've sealed it, or your grown-up has sealed it with the hot glue, because the lid looks kind of plain, you can also just cover this with, say, some aluminum foil, glue that down with aluminum foil, and then decorate with some stars, whatever you think looks really pretty, and there you go. You have a galaxy in a jar. Isn't that pretty, guys? I really like it. I hope you like this craft, and it's going to take me a few minutes to clean up. I have to go wash my hands, and then we'll be right back here because we have a yummy space-themed snack that I'm going to show you how to prepare. Okay, so sit tight. See you in a minute. Before we get started, I wanted to show you the jar that my daughter did. Can you show them, honey? Because I already washed my hands.
Sure.
And show you what it looked like, because she used Kleenex for hers. So that's what hers looks like. I think it looks really pretty. It kind of looks like the evening sky, the Milky Way. It just looks really pretty to me. And get a close-up of that one. Look nice, don't they? You're going to have so much fun with that craft. It's really fun. So now, to go along with our space-themed craft, we are going to make a rocket ship snack. So what you're going to need is, this kind of looks like a compost pile right here, but it isn't. This is actually yummy food that I've washed, and it's ready to be sliced and turned into a rocket ship. You're going to need part of a cucumber. I'm only going to use one slice. If you don't like cucumber, you can use any other vegetable or fruit that you like. This is just kind of going to be representing like one of the planets that the rocket ship is shooting off to explore. A couple strawberries, favorite fruit in the whole entire world, part of a bell pepper, a carrot. I have a little baby carrot here. I also have some of the sprouts that we used. I think it was last week that we used our sprouts. I still have a couple of those left, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish using those up today. A banana, which is about ready to be turned into banana nut bread, but we are going to use it for our snack today, a wedge of cheese. I have, this cheese is wedge shaped already. If you don't have wedge shaped cheese, you can just ask your grown-up to get I've got those little sprout things everywhere, get just a regular chunk of cheese, have your grown-up slice it for you into a triangle, wedge shape, and there you go. You have part of your rocket ship. You're also going to need a plate to put your snack on, a vegetable peeler, a butter knife. So your grown-up's going to have to help you with that because you are using some cooking tools, and something to work on. So let's get started. And it is easier to prepare everything on here. So to make our rocket ship, we're going to go ahead and start with the cone, the top of the rocket ship. Now, I love space. I don't know if you guys like space or not, but I love space. And around this time of the year, they have the meteor showers. They start happening. I haven't actually looked at the calendar to see when they're going to start happening, but I know it's in the summertime, like May, June, and they're just beautiful to watch. And every year we always drive up. I don't know if we'll be doing it this year, but every year we drive up to PV, and because they don't have street lights up in PV, so it's really, really dark at nighttime, and you can see the shooting stars. And it's just gorgeous. And of course, if you can go out to the desert, you can just see tons of them out in the desert. And that happens every year. Okay, stuff everywhere. Okay, so this is going to be the top. I'm going to try to do it this way so that you can actually see it. It's going to be the top of our rocket ship. My cheese is a little bit room temperature, that's why it's kind of falling apart. Now, the next part that we're going to put on is part of the body of our rocket ship. So we're going to slice the top off of our berry using our butter knife. And you want to cut probably just 2 circles out of your strawberry. And you're going to put those right here. Just like that. And next is going to be the body of our strawberry. I mean, a rocket ship. And I'm going to use these for a sandwich later on. I just wanted the middle part of the banana because it's a little bit more straight, and I want those segments that are a little bit straighter. Peel that off and slice them into about the same width as the strawberries. You might recognize this. This is kind of similar to the one that we did with the snake, but this one is blasting off into space. There we go. Okay, this aside. Now we are going to put on the base of the rocket ship. And you know how the rocket ship, it kind of has the, well, it has the boosters at the bottom, so we're going to add those now, which is another strawberry. So when we were talking about the meteor showers, I'm sure all of you heard about Halley's Comet. And I was interested to find out that Halley's Comet, it's not going to be coming around a long, long time. I think it's going to be coming around like in 2061. It's like 41 years from now. It's a long time from now. Okay, so there's the bottom part of our rocket. Is that cute? I just love this little one. And it's so good too because you have your cheese and you have your fruit. It's yummy, it's sweet. So now we're going to add all of the flames and everything that come out of the rocket ship when it takes off to go exploring up into space. And that's what we're going to use our vegetable peeler for. And if you don't like carrots, you can peel whatever vegetable you want. And those can be the flames that are shooting out the bottom part of your rocket ship. I like carrots quite a bit, so that's going to be the bottom part of my rocket. So I'm going to put these right here. Some of my flames. And then I also am going to use part of my bell pepper to make some flames as well. I was cutting thin strips from my bell pepper because the bell pepper has more of an intense flavor. See how that looks? Isn't that cute? That's really cute. Now, since it's shooting up into space and going to explore, it has to have something to explore with. So I am going to wipe out my knife a little bit. Cut off a bit of cucumber. And that's going to be where it is exploring to. Hopefully you can see that. And the sprouts are going to represent like the atmosphere. Plus they taste good. They're kind of crunchy, a little bit spicy, and they are yummy. And there you go. There it is. It's whooshing off into space. See that? Can they see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then nom 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 nom, and you get to eat it, and it blasts off into your tummy. Hope you guys like this snack. I had a lot of fun making, and this was my lunch today. So I had fun making the craft with you and this snack, and yeah, I will go wash up, and I will see you very soon. Bye, guys.